Hello ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from the channel Redolescence, and I want to thank you all so much for tuning into my channel. It means a lot to me. And in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Gallagher Fragrances, and this one is called Bergamust Noir, so stay tuned. So this fragrance was released in 2017. It is a limited edition fragrance though. I know the perfumer Daniel Gallagher limited production to 50 bottles. I actually received number 17 out of 50. So Daniel, thank you so much for sending that bottle to me. This was sent to me for review. So in full disclosure, I just want to mention that number 17 is my favorite number. So he asked me what number I wanted. I told him I wanted number 17. So thank you for that. As the name implies, I do own the original Bergamust, but this is a noir version. So it's a more amplified, beefed up, more concentrated version of the original. Not in terms of the concentration, but to my nose, it smells a little bit stronger. So let's go ahead and start off the review by taking a look at the presentation. So the box for this one looks really nice. It has the Irish crest here on the front. It opens up just like this. Gallagher Fragrances on the inside. Really cool presentation. I like that it has all that. Oh, and here is the notes. Bergamot, ocean mist, smoke, orange blossom, and ambroxan, white amber musk, born July 7th. I think that's when he's planning on releasing it. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and then I have number 17 out of 50. So thank you so much for the hookup, my friend. I asked him for number 17. That's my birth date, and he delivered. And here's the bottle. Man, dark juice on this one. Same exact things going on in there. And look. Yep, that says it all. Cap does not click into place. It is a snug fit, so you can pick this one up from the cap. Just be careful. Distribution on the atomizer is a bit narrow, but it gets the job done. And that was a presentation for Bergamust Noir. Now, as soon as you spray this on, you are going to get that startling dose of citrus, just like you do in the original Bergamust. Whenever I think of the name, I think of two notes, bergamot and musk. So even though it says must, but Bergamust. So I get the musky aspect of it. I get the bergamot, and it's bright. Like, I remember when I reviewed it, I mentioned that I was really surprised that for a volatile note, like a citrus note, that it lasts as long as it does. So he must be using some type of fixative that really prolongs the duration of the fragrance. And in this one, he added a smoky quality to it. And it reminds me a lot of Gucci Guilty Absolute. Not just in the way that it smells, but look at the color of the liquid inside the bottle. It looks very similar to that found in Gucci Guilty Absolute. It has the same smoke note. So this was a bit oxymoronic. It was a bit of a contradiction because you're taking something that is so fresh and citrusy like bergamot, and you're combining it with this note of smoke. It just seems like a little counterproductive and also counterintuitive. Like, as a perfumer, who would think to compound or mesh those two notes together with one another? But surprisingly, it works. I do have to mention that I don't feel super comfortable wearing this fragrance for a number of reasons. One, because it is limited edition. It is kind of personalized. He did send it to me as a gift, so I want to thank you so much for that, Daniel. But at the same time, that smoky quality, I also wasn't a huge fan of Gucci Guilty Absolute. Hence, that being one of the reasons why I didn't purchase it. So for this one, I love it for how artistic it is. And it's such a daring blend. I mean, it's out there. I know oftentimes when I'm talking about notes like resins and leather and animalic notes, I often call them rough and tumble. This one is rough and tumble. This one is quite the daring composition. I feel a little scared about wearing it in public. I think I feel a lot better about wearing Interlude Man in public. But in all seriousness, simple note breakdown. Bergamot, ocean mist, smoke, orange blossom, ambroxan, white amber musk. So you do get musk, you get citrus, and you get smoke. So this is a smoky bergamot scent. That about sums it up. So if you've smelled the original Bergamust, if you've smelled Gucci Guilty Absolute, combine those two, that's basically what you get with this one. I think it's a really cool fragrance, but again, it's something that I would have a hard time recommending. To the connoisseur, definitely. I would highly recommend it. Go out there, sample it. It's such a unique scent. But to the Bleu de Chanel wearer, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to like this one. But let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, in terms of the uniqueness, this is an incredibly unique scent. I mean, one of the most unique in my entire collection. Never quite smelled anything like it. I know I made a comparison to Gucci Guilty Absolute, but this is its own fragrance. It does smell different. It's a totally different scent. It just kind of, it lends itself to smelling a bit like the smoke note in Gucci Guilty Absolute. Overall smell is not, it's intriguing. It's not going to be a compliment getter. It's not going to have mass appeal. But if you're that kind of dude, maybe you're on the punk scene, you're goth, you wear a leather jacket, studded belt, I think this is going to be perfect for you. It definitely has that punk rock sort of vibe to it. Longevity on this one was solid. You're going to get like 10 plus hours. Projection was loud for like 3 hours. It was really, really good. Versatility on this one is compromised a little bit. I just have a hard time finding the occasion to wear this one because it is so darn smoky. I don't know what you put in here, whether it's like Cade or birch tar, but it's smoky, Daniel. And I like it because my nose is geared towards the strange. But for some people, if they're looking for fragrances like Dior Sauvage, Prada L'Homme, Bleu de Chanel, Prada Luna Rosa Carbon, this is not in that same ballpark. In terms of age range, I guess as long as you like the smell, anybody could wear it. I see this one being unisex too because, well, it does come off a little masculine because of the smoke note, but all those other nuances like the amber and the musk, I can see that being feminine. And then presentation I think is awesome. But final verdict on this one, as much as I like the smell, is just a scent that I would have a hard time recommending because it is so darn strange. But I think you knew that, Daniel, and that's why you made this a limited edition fragrance. I don't see this one selling as well as your Bergamust fragrance. I definitely don't see this one selling as well as Amongst Waves. I think Amongst Waves is a masterpiece, and I don't know what you did with that one, Daniel, but that is a gorgeous scent. I made my list. Made Carlos's #1 in his list, but with this fragrance, I know you numbered it appropriately because you wanted to venture out, you wanted to give the people something that was a bit weird. It actually reminds me a lot of, let me see if I can locate it, this one, An Air of Despair by Imaginary Authors, where there was something about the blend, as much as I liked it, I was like, is it going to be a heavy hitter like A City on Fire or Cape Heartache or Every Storm a Serenade? And I guess for that reason, he decided to make it, Josh Meyer, decided to make it a limited edition fragrance. So I think you were thinking along the same lines with this one, but I'm really proud of you, Daniel. I think it's such an interesting blend. And if you are the connoisseur, if your nose is geared towards the strange, definitely check it out. I'm going to leave links for purchase down below if it's not sold out already. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And thank you, Daniel, once again for sending me this fragrance. Thank you for thinking of me, my brother. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. Remember to enable notifications by clicking on the bell, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.